Alright, I assume we're all fine choosing whatever the YouTube algorithm pulls up first, provided it's not something from the weird side.
I'm fine with watching anything, really. Just as long as it's not literally watching paint dry, I'm fine with it.
Well, Garth, I'm not as flexible as you. The Patch does have a generally good algorithm, so I don't really disagree.
Good old agreeable Nell-Nell. No wonder Patch likes you so much. Hey! Patch likes me too.
Romps, your vote, please.
Make it 4.
Alright then, we'll do that.
You know, I'm getting a bit hot in this hoodie. I think it's time for me to finally take this thing off.
Ooh, pick the hexagon one. It's a classic. I do like me some shapes. They remind me of jewels. Jewels. Oh.
Sounds good to me. I want to see how he justifies the claim.
I want to see some mouth-watering shapes. Make it happen, Tibbie.
Alright boys, settle down. We'll watch the hexagons video.
You know, hexagons are the bestagons. Why? Because bees. Bees
If I
are
had
the
someone
best and
board
build
my
only the
spaceship and
bestagon.
pull out a
Hexagon.
stack of bee
No, I know
boxes
what you're
on
thinking.
me,
Bees
I'd
build
throw him and
hexagons
his
because
bees
they're
out the
hexagons
chute.
with hexagon
Garth,
eyes.
I want to see his argument.
Otherwise.
No, I
Excellent
don't want to
point.
see you
But the
arguing.
Humble Bumble
No one
has
should
an
be
engineering
arguing.
problem to
Let's
solve.
just
To
calm
make
down
two thick
and watch the
honey
rest of the
and
video
wax,
together,
the former
okay?
to eat and the latter
Besides,
to
bees are
consume the
cool.
former. To make but a little honey, she must visit
But
a
they do
lot
sting.
of flowers, and to make
Well,
one
yes,
unit of wax,
but
she
they
needs
also
8
make honey
units
and
of honey.
candle wax.
Wax is costly for bees and flower
See?
terms, and honey
But their
is
buzzing
cheaper
is
for
so
food terms.
loud.
So to make a hive that contains the
Yeah, when
maximum
you're right
honey
next to
while
a
using
hive.
minimum wax is royally vital. Thus, a honeycomb
Please stop
conjecture.
or I'll
Which
stop
shape
the
works
video.
best? To answer, we need to talk tiles.
Ooh, shapes! Lots of colorful shapes!
There's lots of options because there's
Well, of
lots
course
of
there's
polygons.
shapes.
Even the regular
This is a
go
video
on
about
and on
hexagons.
Now for bees picking patterns, the more complicated ones obviously use more lines than necessary. That's what complicated means, and thus a honeycomb of that tile would use more wax per honey. So sticking to the simple regulars, there are just 3 that tile tightly: triangle, square, and
Oh,
hexagon.
I think I know what he's
Pentagons
going
are
to talk about
broken
here.
hexagons, leaving gaps,
But
same with
why the
heptagons.
hexagon?
Octagons are alright, but
He's
they're
gonna
not
explain
hexagons,
it,
which
Tibbie.
means the tiling trio which tile differently. A square is a square of squares, which is a square of squares, and so on. Squares tile tidily by basically cheating, covering an infinite plane with an infinite
What's wrong
number
with
of parallel
squares?
lines. Like,
We've used them for
wow,
centuries
that's
for
what a cone
tiling.
is.
Who does he think he
Boring.
is saying squares are a
Triangles
form
pull
of
the same trick,
cheating?
dividing
He's not
equals
much
down
better
to
on
equals
triangles,
nothing.
though.
But not the hexagon, the only regular polygon to tile a plane without resorting to debasing self-division. Unlike some squares I can mention, at least
Looks
triangles
like there
trying
is
to
a
be more
legit reason for
geometrically
bringing a
interesting than
beehive
square,
on the
teaming up a
spaceship.
bit to 1, 2,
Not
3,
the
4,
live
5,
bees,
6. Wait,
though.
hexagon.
Too buzzy.
The other shapes can't help
Couldn't
it.
he have
They
brought
just
in
want to
jewels,
be
though?
the bestagon. Even some of
Yeah,
the
but you
regulars
can't
like
make an
Romps
infinite
tile by
tiling of
hexagon.
jewels,
Same
can
with
you?
your Trackers tiles,
Yes, you can.
deltoids,
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Crystal rhombals,
Would everyone please just let the video play?
Look,
If you don't cut it out
even
now,
tiles.
I'm going to take the remote and turn the TV off! Oh no 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 oh no 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 I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, well, you did. That's the thing about words. They... what was it? Fly like bananas or something like that?
Actually, I think what you mean is that words are like arrows. You can't take them back once you've shot them off.
Well, whatever they are, we're stuck here. In the dark. Lights out. Relax, guys. Patch is a generator just for this occasion. Well, Romps, don't you think it would be on right now? Any minute now.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh! It's all my fault! I shouldn't have outburst like that.
It's not your fault. For one thing, you can't control the weather.
Not only that, but you aren't an electrician. If you were, you'd be out there fixing it now.
Yeah, you're right. I've been a bit too tense lately, especially around the dark. I sometimes fear the unknown.
That's fair. Sometimes I forget that you guys aren't as used to the dark as I am. We dragons thrive in dark caves, after all. Please let the generator kick in.
Forget it, Romps. We'll just have to wait until the power company comes to fix it.
Yeah, just let it happen. Embrace the darkness. That's what us dragons have learned to do. And I think there's something to be learned by other species in that way. Besides, aren't you river otters usually nocturnal anyway? I guess so. But lately I've gotten so used to living my life during the daytime that I forget about that sometimes. I'm not afraid, I'm just disappointed.
Alright, Garth. What an enigma, eh? An expert at some things, but not so much with others.
Not everybody knows everything, you know.
You've got a point.
Wait a sec. Since everyone's scared of the dark with me, then I can use this as a point of leverage. At long last, I get to be in an environment where I thrive. I hope the darkness never ends.
Hi, guys!
Hi, Stanley.
I just remembered that I turned the generator off. I was curious to see what would happen if I turned off the main one day, to see if there would really be a power outage without the generator. I forgot to turn it back on after my testing was done. I see I've created a bit of a mess in this situation. Yeah, well, this mess has caused us to miss some valuable insights about hexagons.
Though for me, it's given me some valuable insights about darkness, and how the rest of you handle it.
I don't see what you're all complaining about. Your eyes are practically glowing in the dark.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess that one fell rather flat. Right. Let me go out and fix that for you.
What is up with him anyway? Doesn't he know not to go out in a thunderstorm?
I think he operates less by the laws of physics and more by the laws of funny.
Thank goodness that, as a squirrel, working with power lines is one of his things.
Let's hope that our squirrel friend doesn't play any funny business with the power.
Just imagine if that squirrel came back in and didn't turn on the generator after all. That darn squirrel is so unpredictable! Alright, gang. What did we learn?
I learned to be braver in the dark and not blame everything on myself. Plus to be more patient with the rest of you.
I learned that hexagons are the bestagons.
I learned that the saying goes, words are like an arrow. Once you say them, you can't take them back.
I learned that you guys can set your differences apart. With a little shared experience. What about you, Romps? Did you learn anything?
I'm already unafraid of the dark because I'm an otter. Oh, really? What was that with you coping about the generator not coming on? I already watched the video before. Aside from the opening, I liked it too, so there's nothing wrong with that. And I knew the saying. Way to rub it in, Romps. Great job.
Ooh, I know a saying. April showers bring May flowers.
And I know what Stanley's experiment brought out in all of us, but did he really need to do it now?
What can I say? Sometimes you forget to pick up after yourself when you experiment.
And sometimes people trip over the tools you leave around the house. What did I learn? Never assume that anything's in place. Always check first.
Sounds good to me. Let's watch a Vsauce vid next.
But there isn't a recommendation for his channel that the algorithm is suggesting.
There isn't? Or is there?
Gee, now this is what I call content. It's like those food prep videos Patch watches, but for dragons.